Hi everyone. Long arm quilters and mid arm quilters I have found have some special needs as far as tools. Things I never imagined as I was sewing on my domestic machine. So I thought I would just show you some of those things. First of all, you're going to need a brush, and I will show you how to brush out the tracks on your machine. You really have to brush out under your machine and brush out the tracks. I find as I travel around the country that this is the most common problem, is that the tracks never get brushed out. And I know it's hard to remember to do that every day, but dust just collects and we use fabric and batting and it just gets all over the place. So make sure that you brush out your tracks and brush out your machine and your bobbin area every time you change the bobbin. Of course, you're going to need some extra bobbins. People always ask me, how many extra bobbins do I need to buy? Well, you'll just be buying them as long as you're a long arm quilter. I work off about 300 bobbins, but I have a lot of different threads. I would start certainly with at least a dozen bobbins. Long arm quilters use a lot of pins, and I have found that the pins that work best for my fingers are the corsage pins. And they're very sharp, and the tops of them are easy to handle because you're doing a lot of pinning. You need a pincushion that's going to hold enough pins for a king-size quilt. And this one just has the Velcro, and I can put it on so simply like this. I only have to wear it when I'm doing the pinning, and then I take it off. So if you don't like pin cushions, you don't have to worry about wearing it very long. I have watched people chase magnetic dishes around and all kinds of things in lieu of the pin cushion, and really if you just have it on, take it off when you're finished, you can actually just Velcro it on the end of your machine so that it's always available for you. And so you need one. And I stuff these with wool so that they keep my pins sharp as well. You will need some kind of marking tools, which you probably have in your sewing supplies. I like to use the chalk pencil, but some people like to use the blue water markers. You will definitely need to have a roller like this that, picks up all of the hair and lint on your quilt. And if you're doing this as a business, you may have dog hair and cat hair that you don't even have a dog and cat that you'll need to brush off, and extra threads. I also find that Q-tips are very handy to have readily available to clean out, especially between the bobbin race and underneath on the throat plate of the machine. Those will catch dust and oil that your brush doesn't get. I like to wear scissors. Some people attach them somehow to their machine, but this is a really handy tool so that you can have your scissors attached to your apron or to your shirt, and you always have them on. That will save you a lot of time. Masking tape, I don't care if it's the painter's tape or the masking tape or whatever. This is a very handy tool, and you'll see me using this a lot. Certainly a bobbin case of some kind. This is a handy one that I got just from a Walmart, but I think it was in the fishing department. And it's got two sides to it and just enough little compartments there, and then you can label them. Or you can use the plastic drawers, something to keep all your bobbins in and organize them either by color or by kind, like metallics and cottons and polys, etc. You'll also be using tools that are for making your straight lines, for stitching in the ditch, for going around applique, but we'll be talking about and discussing those. But know that you will have some kind of unusual looking tools that you don't normally use in your sewing. Of course, you'll need lots of different thread, and we buy the thread generally on the large cones because we use so much thread. And so that will be a new thing for most of you. I also like to wear a body right, and this you put on kind of like a coat. It has a weight. It's only a 2-pound weight. Let's see, grab it here and put it on. If I'm standing up very long, or even if I'm just sitting at my computer, This really helps. It just kind of pulls your shoulders back so that you can breathe a little bit better. The apron, I think, is really important for a lot of reasons. Number one, you can keep all of your tools in your apron, so every time you put it on, you are ready to quilt. And your scissors can attach to it. And it keeps you clean, keeps your clothes clean, and if there are any pins that are going to stick you, it's not going to rip your clothes. And of course, you're going to need some batting scissors. I highly recommend batting scissors because you're going to be cutting batting a lot and oftentimes off of the big rolls. So get some that are really big and sharp to save yourself some time and frustration. And of course, you're going to need the Ultimate Guide to Longarm Quilting. And this is published by C&T, and still so valid. It has lots of, from beginning lessons through your technical skills and your freehand, and all kinds of business ideas for you if you're interested in doing longarm quilting as a business. I'm sure there's other tools that you'll collect, but these are some of the ones that I think are a little bit more unique to the longarm industry.